Well, what is going on, gang? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. It is very nice to have you here today. I have another Begg Knives budget-friendly knife on the table today. I know, these seem to be never-ending. That's because they released an entire line of new stuff, and I like Begg knives, so here we are. Also, thanks to Dirk Werning, I have a ton of them, so you get to see a ton of them. This is the Bodega. This is a very old Todd Begg design, brought to life by the folks at Begg Knives in a more budget-friendly version. The Steelcraft version of this was like $400, and sometimes it'd go on sale at half price for $200, all over the map. But this one's 120 bucks. Again, for these materials, that's a lot of money. I'm sorry, I didn't do it. It's not my fault. But this is an opportunity for those of you that have always wanted one to get a Bodega that will not break the bank and will serve you exceptionally well. It is sort of a subframe, steel subframe design. We're locked up at about 40%. It is unlined G10 on this side. Steel, could you guys hold on for just a second? I'm not sure if you could hear that or not. My dog, who I love, had decided to chew on her bone right next to me, and the noise was making me crazy. Anyway, let's get back to the Bodega here. This is a very old design. There have been a series of these from full customs down through, I'm pretty sure we or Reop made, we made versions, Reop made versions. There have been a lot of these. This is the first time you're going to get one for this kind of money. So if you like the design, and by the way, it feels really good in hand. I had the Steelcraft version of this, and I ended up selling it. And life of a knife collector is like that. I wish I had not, but I did. I'll probably end up getting one of these. Yes, $120 is a lot of money for D2 and steel and G10, but I love this design. And so far, all of these sort of more budget-friendly Begg knives have been really nice to handle. So I'm on board. You don't have to be. That's cool. I'm going to steal this one from Dirk, just straight up. Sorry, Dirk. He's got to know that's coming. Let's talk about the Bodega. It is almost a spear point. It is a lovely drop point, however you want to look at it. It's got a lovely fuller with that sort of Todd Begg-inspired holes. If you don't love those, you're not going to love this. I don't mind them. It is hollow ground D2. It's got almost a 3/4 backspacer, which is very nice. It's got a stamped steel clip with a ceramic ball on it. These are all running on ceramic bearings. Action's very good and very snappy. Every single one of these, and you know, look at the line, just dead centered. I love Todd's older designs. In fact, I think next I'm going to do a video on my entire Todd Begg collection just because it's been a while. Some of you have seen it all before, but I feel like sharing today, so I'm going to do that. Look, for 120 bucks, this is a knife that's going to serve you exceptionally well over time. It's not going to fail you. My experience so far, and I've had these for a month or so now, with the D2 that they are doing is that they've done the heat treat very well. It holds an edge very well. This one's got a little bit of a smile back here at the plunge. It's more noticeable on that side. A little bit of a wide spot right there. But in every other regard, the fit and finish on these is very good. It is just an opportunity to have that Begg design aesthetic without, you know, well, spending stupid money. So I'm on board. Let's take a look at what you get at the Bodega here. You get 3 and so close to 3.5 inches of cutting at, because of the way this is designed, 3.5 inches overall of D2 steel. The grip area from behind the flipper, 1, 2, 3, 3 1/4, 3.5, depends on how comfortable you are holding it past that roll. My pinky falls on this flat, but it's very comfortable. This has always been a very comfortable knife. This one is no different. Tip to tail, we are coming in at 8 1/8. Very nicely sized knife. Now it does have a forward choil here. You can use it. I have big fingers, so I'm a little hesitant but you can get up in there if you want to. It's a very slicey knife. It's also very pokey, if you're into that sort of thing. It's a larger knife, which is nice. The closed, closed length, we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5, 4 3/4. And it does chew up a fair amount of pocket because of the shape. You're looking at over 1.5 inches, right? So you're going to know it's in your pocket. It's also fairly heavy. Like all the others, it is unlined G10 on this side with steel with liner on this side. I really like this stuff. I don't know who's making these for them. I could get nosy and probably find out, but I'm not going to get into it that far. If the information comes to me, I will share it with you. Or if you know, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. You get 3.74 millimeters of that D2 steel at its thickest spot. The body back here is 15 millimeters, which is a little bit over 1/2 inch. Let's do some size comparisons, shall we? Here it is against the Glimpse 7.0. You can see the Bodega is a little bit smaller. Here it is against a full-size Griptilian. If we line that up, these are very similar in the way that they fill the pocket. They really are. Of course, this is hard to come by, and $170 at this point is $120. You know, that's important to you. And here it is against our old friend, the Bug Out. And as you can see, the Glimpse is considerably larger than the Bug Out. Bug Out! I really like this knife. So it's too expensive. They all are. I wish that wasn't the case, but we are where we are. If you have been looking to get your hands on a Bodega or a Glimpse or the new Astio, you can't. I mean, from where I sit, you can't go wrong, except that they're a little too expensive. But if you're willing to get into it at that price, you're going to be satisfied with the knife that you get, and you're going to be happy with what happens. And I think that's cool. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and weigh it out. I'm guessing it's going to be about 4 ounces. They all seem to be. Oh, 5.9. This is a heavy boy. Wait, where did this one come in? The Astio, 4.8. So I'm guessing it's because the steel on the sort of hybrid lock here is a little, there's more of it. It's the same cut thickness of D2. It's got to be the larger backspacer and more steel in this sort of subframe lock. Okay. 5 point, what did I say? Almost 6 ounces. All right, that's heavy. You know, if you want to spend $30 on D2 and G10, you can. You're not going to get this aesthetic. You're not going to get this design. If you want a Begg knife, this is your entryway. If you want an expensive Begg knife, I mean, you can. They're out there. I love them. I mean, right into the full custom stuff. But if you're looking to add some Begg knives to your collection at a price that's not going to mean you're eating ramen for the next 2 months, these are on Blade HQ right now, and I think they've done a fine job. I really do. I think they're, you know, 20 or 30 bucks too expensive. I also think that if I was just getting into this, I'd be pretty happy with this knife. I really would. I think this is an excellent cutting tool. I think it is very comfortable in hand. I don't like the word ergonomics, but it has good ergonomics. It has excellent action. It is a tried and true design. This has been around a long time. You cannot go wrong. It's a T8 at the pivot, T6 on the myriad of body screws. Good Lord. It does have a lanyard spot if you're into that sort of thing. It's right there. I don't lanyard, but you might. It's got a little bit of jimping right here on the tail in case you want to get in there and stab really. I don't know what that's for, but it's a Begg design aesthetic that carries through all of that stuff. So there it is. In the end, I know at these prices, these new Beggs are not going to be for everybody, and I get that. However, for those of you that want one, know this. You will not be disappointed in the knife that you get. And I'm going to end this there. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the new Begg Knives glimpse in a more budget-friendly package. I have been a Therapeutic Edge. It's been my pleasure to show this to you. I hope you've liked it. Feel free to like and subscribe. Feel free to ask any questions you have about this or any of my knives down in the comments below. And remember, as always, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.